Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and we are going to talk about Robin, issue 4, or as I like to say, Training Day with Ra's al Ghul. And it is not nearly as exciting as that title or the cover makes it out to be, because a lot of this book is just kind of this stuff with Damien talking to Ra's al Ghul. There's a little bit else, like a little bit other stuff going on in here. Like Robin, when he gets free, goes to investigate like conspiracy stuff. Ravager totally gets shanked about halfway through the book. I don't feel like that's a spoiler. You knew everybody involved in this tournament had to die at least once so they could start the tournament. Like, those are the rules. But this book is mostly background. It's mostly talking. It's mostly verbalized character development. So you have a whole lot of Robin hanging out with Ra's al Ghul. And Ra's, he's like, Grandpa, what are you doing here? And Grandpa's like, Kid, I'm here reflecting on my failures to defeat the Batman. And also to avoid getting murdered by everybody else, betrayed by people. Basically, he's here, he's chilling out, he's trying to figure out how to avoid his mistakes, what his next plan's going to be, all that kind of stuff. It kind of makes sense, when you're an evil bad guy dude, you got to think about your plans for a little bit. And there's some good, like, as much as I say there's a lot of background and stuff, and I'm making it sound very dismissive, some of this stuff is actually really good. I've realized in the course of reading this issue that this isn't really just Robin starring in Mortal Kombat. There's some of that, but there's a lot of him having to grow as a person. And I should have seen it back in like issue 2 when maybe it was issue 3. I don't really remember. Yeah, no, it was issue 2 when Ravager was like, "You need to learn how to laugh." And then in issue 3 when he's hanging out with Connor and they're talking. Really, each of these characters that are interacting with him and having these conversations with Damien are all like pushing him in a direction. They're forcing the kid, who, if you remember, like his whole life has been like, I am a murder bot. Like, that is Damien's life growing up. Not really a great life. What do you know? But that's how he's grown up, and he's facing different facets of what it means to not be that. So Ravager was trying to show him like how normal people relax, because he doesn't really have a concept of relaxing. With Connor, he started working through his like issues with his dad by talking to Connor and seeing Connor Hawk's issues with his dad. Here with Roz is trying to teach him like uh, patience and contemplation as necessary steps for advancing, for growing himself. Now, the kid doesn't realize it, of course, because he's a murder machine. He doesn't know it. But I came into this review, 10 minutes ago. I was just like, okay, I'm going to go trash this book. And as I sat here and I just kind of flipped through it, I realized what was actually going on in here. And instead of being like kind of grumpy, that there's not a whole lot of actiony action going on, I'm going to flip back to that Ravager page. Now, there's not a whole lot of this going on in the book. I realized that we didn't really need it. The conversations are interesting enough, and it's got meaning. It's got character. We're actually developing like who he is. It's kind of great. There's also this great shot of a totally insane Ra's al Ghul right there, and I wanted to make sure I got that into this review. So I came into this going, man, this was kind of a disappointment. In fact, I think on stream last night I might have said this was a disappointment. And in the time since then, just thinking about it a little bit, I think I actually kind of like. I like this book a lot more than I thought I did. Issue 1 just started off so fabulously, and it set an expectation in my mind, and then we haven't had anything that really lives up to that expectation, so I've been kind of like bummed. It's been a downer on the whole idea, but thinking about it a little more, reflecting on it a little more, it's pretty good. Now, we may have needed to speed this up a little bit. I don't know that this deserved this whole issue, but the stuff that's in here definitely is actually pretty good. On further reflection, whatever that means. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.